Shalom, and to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. First and foremost, before I get into my lesson, I want to start off by giving all praises unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah HaKadosh. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders, a great millstone that teach and that rule well today. And salutation also to the fellow laborers that's in the ministry and the believers that scatter worldwide in all truth and sincerity, day in and day out. Once again, I'm the brother Shaquat Gabar, coming at you with another quick lesson. And right before I get into this lesson, this message and these videos goes out to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which we are the true biblical Hebrew Israelites according to the Bible. And also to the Israelite foreigners that's scattered amongst the heathen nations and that may take on the physical appearance or look of another nation. But if your bloodline goes back to Negro, Latino, or Native American descent by the seed of your father, you are considered an Israelite as well. Shalom. So basically, you can see I have this information up, okay, which I'm gonna be getting into. Okay, what basically, doing like a response, off of Elder Yashawamba, okay, from the GMS Dallas branch. Okay, he did a video earlier. Okay, I was listening to it earlier, but I believe he did it, posted yesterday. Okay, going into news and prophecies. Okay, and what he went into, okay, amongst that, when it comes to that video, he went into this this type of technology right here. Okay, as you can see, I got off of Google. Okay, palantir. Okay, and basically, when you go, as he went into it, which I'm gonna touch on it now. Okay, basically, when it comes to this palantir technology, okay, it's gonna be centered around more of surveillance, okay, data, okay, analysts, okay, analyzing data, okay, because we know us that's in the faith, okay, that has been called to hopefully be chosen, okay, when it comes to the agenda, okay, when it comes to these Edomites, okay, the so-called white race, okay, the Edomites, chiefly the elites that's in power. We know they want to establish an agenda when it comes to the NWO, okay, to have total control, okay, over all nations or over the earth, okay, and it's starting with their technology. As we hear more and more about AI, okay, as I saying, more of a surveillance as well, okay, the talks of smart cities, okay, the talks of soon to be a cashless society, moving towards CBDCs, okay, central bank digital currencies, okay, all that's going to tie into electric currency, okay, when it comes to digital currency, or the dollar being replaced ultimately by the prophecy in Revelation chapter 13 verse 16 being the RFID microchip, okay, the mark of the beast that's going to place the physical dollar, and that's going to tie into its technology. Okay, you hear more about the original, the real digital. The real digital ID. Okay, or the real ID. Then you hear more talks about smart cities. That's going to lead to more biometric surveillance. Okay, they be operating throughout those cities. Okay, we're seeing about the more and more surveillance when it comes to facial recognition, okay, fingerprints, okay, eye recognition, okay, and all that's centered around Esau Edom, bringing more of the technology, okay, as we're about to head into a technocracy, as they say, okay, and when it comes to that MOTB, okay, okay, they're gonna present it, in the form of course, the next way of buying and selling, but also going to be presented as a way of a tracking system, man. Okay, surveillance. Okay, for more safety. Okay, like I say, smart cities, safe zones. Okay, and now you're seeing lately these whole protesting and certain riots or that can play into more surveillance. Okay, on the terrorism. Okay, so they need more of a tracking system. Okay, you see about the what is more children being missing or abducted. Okay, so all that can play into more surveillance, man. Okay, and we see what Esau Edom doing when it comes to this technology. Okay, so you can see it says Palantir Technologists is a software company that specializes in data analytics and interrogation platforms. It says their main products, Gotham and Founder, are used by both government and commercial organizations to manage and analyze large data sets, particularly in high stakes environment. But Palantir is known for its work in national security, but it also provides solutions for various other sectors like HC, higher education, and public safety. It's more and more they ready to push more surveillance, man. Okay, and really when it comes to, like I said, when they got the saying, okay, we know when they say peace and safety, something destruction come. Okay, as it says in the scriptures. Okay, 1 Thessalonians 5 and 1. Okay, and 2, verse 2. Okay, so this is gonna be the saying of, hey, when all hell break loose or there's certain terrorism taking place or certain situations when it comes to more high alert surveillance. Okay, hey, the coming of martial law. Okay, when it comes to civil unrest, uproars of the people. Okay, like I say, they can use it as well when it comes to watching people due to a T attack. Okay, or people well-being. Okay, or possibly another outbreak. Okay, no pandemic. Okay, so all that now they can use that now saying, okay, or those situations, okay, to push more of their technology. Okay, as you see, it says higher education. Okay, because now in these schools, to the point now is AI. Okay, they want to get rid of the normal way of teaching. Okay, with school is a joke anyway. Okay, but now it's more technical. Okay, literally. Okay, now most of these children, they go to school. Okay, they it's not they don't use the pen and paper anymore or the drawing board. Okay, most of it now is tablets. Okay, that they on. Okay, more computerized. Okay, more projectors. Okay, they showing. Okay, or teaching by that way. Okay, but then it says public safety. Okay, like I say, they can using their technology to be more surveillance when it comes to these riots or protesting. Okay, a T attack possibly. Okay, and so we at that point, man. Okay, Esau Edom showing the sword. Okay, which part of his sword is this technology that he had. Okay, AI robots. Okay, and now they starting to say that they're gonna have AI robots. They're gonna teach certain school systems or in the classes now. Okay, you got AI robots in the being more surveillance. Okay, talking about AI robots being in a household. Okay, to be a maid or a butler. Okay, that's what these devils are pushing pushing, man. Okay, AI robots taking over jobs. Okay, AI itself taking over jobs. Okay, so let's see. It says Planetary Gotham primarily uses by government agency for security, defense purpose, Gotham helps with data interrogation, okay, analyzes decision making in complex situations, okay, like I say, interrogation, okay, and when it comes to the database, okay, all that going to send around that MOTB as well, okay, those that take it, okay, because once they introduce and people put it under their skin, which they doing now on a small level, okay, in the grand scheme of things, okay, yeah, but it's gonna come to the point being mandated, okay, more of a, as we see it now, it's conditioning and commercializing, okay, when it comes to certain people that's showing off, okay, the technology of the RFID micro, okay, yeah, but that's going to also be used, because at this time they you see the commercializing of it by the way of buying and selling, okay, but behind that, okay, is going to be another way of they becoming a universal income, Fed now, carbon tax, carbon footprint, okay, tracking people whereabout when it comes to the social credit, the social credit system, okay, they social credit status, okay, and so it says Gotham helps with data interrogation, okay, so when people say like when it comes to this type of technology, criminals, okay, can be in interrogation, okay, AI gonna interrogate, okay, and when it comes to the medical, okay, now try to be careful, purpose, okay, now they're saying AI can predict, okay, coming outbreaks or illness when it comes to an individual, okay, and so that's really Esau Edom receiving the blessing, like I say, Yahweh Shemel Shah at this time on the left hand side, man, when it comes to their witchcraft, eventually their witchcraft and their miracles, okay, and it says in decision making in complex situations, let's see, Palantir founded a platform for commercial organizations that enables to build and manage their own data drive application, okay, often focus on operational affection and business and intelligence. Hey, so once again commercializing, okay, when they go putting on the media, setting up certain technocrats, okay, or certain people that's for it or endorsing, okay, AI, okay, such as you're seeing now, the likes of Billy Gates, okay, or Elon Musk, okay, who else, Jeff Bezos, okay, and other individuals, man, okay, certain members are part of Trump administration, okay, like this individual, I believe, I'm gonna get the name, okay, the founder, okay, of Palantir, okay, but now they're gonna come to the point, not just only this technology is gonna be used for surveillance, but also they're gonna commercialize it for business wise, man, okay, how more what they call it, majestic, okay, how more technology is the way, AI, like I say, taking over jobs, okay, to replace man, okay, when it comes to the workforce, okay. Now you got stores that going cashless, okay, you got stores that smart stores, when it comes to certain stores, okay, you got the smart carts, okay, and whatever you put that whatever item you put in, okay, the digital prices come up on the smart carts, okay. Yeah, so all that's conditioning more and more to a cashless society, man, okay. And as this place moving cashless, they want to endorse this technology that make things easier, okay, And on top of that, they keep a database, man. Okay. Let me see. Data interrogation. Okay. That's no interrogation. Palantir performs can connect to and interrogate data from a various sources, including database, API, and other systems. Okay. And it says data analyst. The software provides tools for exploring, okay, visualizing and analyzing data to identify pattern trends and insight. Okay, let me see. I don't want to make this video too long, so just hitting certain points. And just right off of Google. Okay, there you can see it. Notable applications: national security. Okay, public health. Okay, see that? See the public health. Okay. Hey, so just once again, that we know what happened in 2020, as it, you see it on the public health. Okay. And how that led to more of a more technocracy and a more and more of advanced, them pulling or pushing, their technology in the form of AI. Okay. We know about the towers. Okay. How, ever since 2020, it was building them up. Okay. When it comes to, the G towers, and I'll keep it at that. Okay, they technology so advanced now. Algorithm. Okay, when it comes to certain companies such as Palantir. Okay, and this is just one. Okay, they also, when it comes to surveillance, okay, there's going to be more of a crackdown or regulating the internet when it comes to free speech. Okay, people that are getting online and coming against the government. Okay, or posting certain threats. Okay, you see what's going on now with these whole, which a lot of it is done by design. Okay, when it comes to these people that are getting online and doing threats and got a manifesto. Okay, they don't find later about, or they, done did a crime, okay, or attack and put it on social media. But now AI can prevent that. Okay, and the people that that's in that type of mind frame, voicing their opinions. Okay, the AI can pick it up and track them. Okay, and there's gonna be consequences behind it. Or people that speaking the truth. Okay, the truthers. Okay, us the men of Yahweh Shema Shah, the prophets. Okay, or Israel. Okay, the prophets amongst Israel that teaching. Okay, if as soon as going to be a famine of word, according to Amos 8 and 11. Okay, and through Esau Edom technology, okay, they're gonna be able to detect, okay, when it comes to what this AI system is set up. Once again, when it comes to censorship, okay, and to see other sectors, okay, planetary platforms are also used in the HC, finance, manufacturing, and other industrials or industries to improve efficiency, streamline operation, and enhance decision making. Okay. Yeah, so we're at the time, man. Okay. But this Esau Edom having that God complex, man. Okay, because he want to come with more advanced technology, okay, AI, okay, to trying to get rid of the existence of the God of the Bible, man. Okay, AI taking over the Bible, going to rewrite the Bible. Okay. Now you got certain let me see. Yeah, here we go. Company background. Founded in 2003 by Peter Taylor and Alex Karp and others. Yeah, and Alex Karp, I think he part of Trump administration. Okay, I believe. Yeah, this devil right here. Okay, co-founder Alex Condan Karp is the CEO and co-founder of Palantir okay, technologists. So you got a couple of them, man. Okay, and the Elder Yashawamba always been going into when ever since Donald Trump got reelected. Okay, he selected up under him three members of his cabinet. Okay, to be up under his ministry, be a part of the administration, and all three of them is dealing with technology. Okay, Elon Musk, even though they got a little feud going on right now, but they're all smoke and mirrors. Okay, then you got this individual, I think, as well. Okay, yeah, Alice Croft. Okay, he's riding on with Trump. Okay, because they use this company Palantir. Okay, to help more and more advance the AI technology. Okay, let me see. Yes, I don't want to make this video too long. Hey, yep, Alice Crump, CEO of Palantir, has had a complex and evolving relationship with Donald Trump and his administration. Okay, just because now they talking about damn how certain stocks, them damn Palantir done went down and all that, due to the Democrats talking about they want certain lawmakers talking about they want information of the data, okay, for Palantir due to Trump administration and all. Okay, and you got the whole Doge situation. Okay, let me see if the thing show up again. Okay, so you got the whole Doge situation and all that, man. Okay, on the Elon Musk. Okay. Yeah, so this show you more and more we coming in a time of more advanced technology. And if you're not in the know, okay, if your spiritual eyes ain't open, okay, a lot of our people gonna be taken by this type of technology as it being conditioning now. Okay, we look at the situation when it comes to the smartphones, smart TVs. Okay, more and more advanced technology that our people rely on. Okay, things more easier when it comes to cashless. Okay, one point of time, some people still use cash. Okay, but now people most use their credit cards. Now you got Apple Pay, people paying by their phones. Okay, their watches. Okay, so how much more when it comes to when society break down? Okay, and they roll out that MOTB, the RFID micro, and the surveillance. Okay, behind it, man. Okay, and the technology behind it. Okay, because the MOTB is not just going to be only for buying and selling, but also going to be more for surveillance too. Okay, let's start off with Daniel chapter 12 verse 9. He said, "Go thy way, Daniel, for the words are closed up and sealed to the time of the end." Okay, and it says, so the words of Yahweh Shemel Shai, okay, were once closed up. Okay, but now we're at the time of Yahweh Shemel Shai. Okay, revealing His word again. Okay, to the elect. Okay, let me see. When it says that and knowledge shall increase, I think that's a little up. And it says, Here we go. Daniel chapter 12, verse 4. It says, but thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book. Yeah, here we go. Verse 4. Even to the time of the end, many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. So we're in the time of the end of Esau Edom rulership. Okay, so as we're at the end, knowledge done increase. Okay, when it comes to the technology. Okay, you hear about the WEF and certain elites, okay, or less illuminated ones doing the bidding of the elites, or you hear, okay, if you don't know about the saying of the fourth industrial revolution, okay, the age of technology taking over everything, okay, and so knowledge have increased. Okay, we see that example with the whole palantir. Okay, so that show you that more and more we at the end. Okay, and we're at the time of Yahweh Shemel Shai waking up the nation of Israel. Okay, starting with the elect. Hey, through this, by the way of this word. Okay, by the way of the word, Yahweh Shemel Shai waking up the elect. But by the way of the internet, look how this word had grass, okay, or had prospered, okay, worldwide due to the internet. Okay, that's why I say once again they're gonna come to the point of through AI, through their technology, they're gonna come with more censorship. Okay, that's why now you're seeing certain platforms being cut, okay, or being banned, okay, such as you see TikTok, okay, but knowledge have increased, okay. Like I say, so this whole system that AI is setting up, they're gonna present it as the well-being for the people, for the citizens, but really more leading to more a tyranny, dictatorship, okay. What they call it, it's another word, fashion, okay. I think that's the word. Let's get this. And this part of his miracles. This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 12. He exercised all the power of the first beast before him, and caused the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast. And it's going into the ancient Roman Empire, which is back in the day, okay, ever since during the time of the Renaissance, okay, and now at this time mainly through the EU, NATO, okay, which once was known as the Club of Rome or the Treaty of Rome, and America being part of it, okay. So America, the EU, and NATO, okay, and the European system is Rome all over again, okay, to sum it all up at this time, okay. And it says, which deadly wound was healed, and he do great wonders, so that he make a fire come down from the heaven on the earth in the sight of man. Yeah, the missiles, okay, yeah, the dew weapons, okay. And it says, and deceived them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles, which had power to do in the sight of the beast. And that's the point I want to get, verse 14, going to the miracles. Okay, when it comes to Esau Edom's system at this time, the NWO, okay, or the image, okay, which is the system, okay, the NWO. And part of the miracles is the AI technology, man. Okay, and all that's going to be sent around that MOTB. Okay, and besides the buying and selling part, besides the surveillance part, okay, it's going to come to also the part of the MOTB. Okay, is the implants in people's brains. Okay, the perform miracles when people are disabled on a certain level. Okay, and I keep it at that. Okay, the work miracles, the giving they sight, okay, use they brain to connect with the internet, with computers. Okay, we seeing that. Okay, giving them the ability to walk again, to speak. Okay, and it says, in the means of those miracles which had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by a sword and did live. Yeah, the image of the beast going into Esau Edom, NWO. Okay, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause them a speaking when it comes to the NWO. Okay, mainly by the way of the technology and the laws that are going to come behind it, the draconian or the strict legislations, laws that are going to come behind it, man. And it says, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Okay, so if you don't worship the image of the beast, it's going to come to the point that if you don't got that MOTB, okay, and you're not amongst on the grid, okay, amongst the database, and you're going to be looked at as an outcast, okay, facing imprisonment, okay, or even facing the penalty of, death. Okay, that's where it's heading to, man. Okay, if you don't take that MOTB, okay, and the elect, us or the hopeful elect, okay, eventually the elect is not going to take that RFID micro. Okay, John saw that in Revelation chapter 20, verse 4. Okay, and those that be martyrs in the faith going to be the first ones risen up when Yahweh shall return to gather the rest of the elect. Okay, at the peak of the Third World War. Okay, which is going to lead to this place America being destroyed, man, by thermonuclear fire, and also the time of Yahweh Shai making the second coming to deliver the elect by the way of the chariots, what the world call UFOs, man. Okay, and the first ones that be martyrs or die in the faith, they're gonna be the first ones risen up. Okay, when Yahweh Shai return to gather the rest of the elect that remain at that time. Okay, and so you're gonna be as an outcast. Okay, if you don't bow to the system. Okay. And verse 16 through 18, going into, the MOTB. Okay, so we're in the stages of it now, man, as they more and more advancing the AI technology, leading to more surveillance. Okay, really. This is Isaiah chapter 10, verse 1. Woe to none that decree unrighteous decrees and that write grievous, which they have prescribed. And that's what you're starting to see now under Trump administration. Okay, as how he moving. And it's only going to get worse. Okay, and how things set up, man. They're like, which Trump and ones that up under him are doing they all doing the bidding of these elites when it comes to these central bankers and the powers that be, man. Okay, because they got an agenda. Okay, as they want to forge the NWO, which eventually Howard Shai is going to disappoint them. Okay, like I say, because this place America going to be destroyed by the way of thermonuclear fire, man. And that's going to issue in the downfall, or I'll say the kingdom of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, by default the kingdom of Israel, and the downfall of Esau, Edom, and these heathen nations. Okay, because the future of these heathen nations, they're going into captivity up under us, the nation of Israel. Okay. Okay, but now we're starting to see the unrighteous decrees more and more. The draconian measures, the strict legislations being pushed now. Okay, and all that going to be sent around AI more and more. As I've read a couple of, bulletin points off of the Google when it comes to the company and the purpose of palantir. Okay. Let me see. Psalms chapter 94 verse 20. Should a throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee? And the throne of iniquity is Esau Edom. Okay, they are known as the wicked. Okay, and it ain't hard to tell now, especially how they moving. Okay, through their technology, man. Okay, the AI. Okay, which frame mischief by a law. Okay, so they framing mischief. Okay, the word mischief going to evil design or evil design or done by design, evil done by design. Okay, that's what Esau Edom is doing. Okay, with the whole AI. Okay, the surveillance. Okay, hey, you got the AI more advanced now. You got lately more about the deep fake. Okay, images. Okay, that appear to be real, but they fake. Okay, you're starting to see that more and more. Okay, and you seeing, if you, of course you're on YouTube, you come across videos, and you start to see more AI, advancing when it comes to, the deep fake. Okay, you got certain videos that, say like you see a old animation, okay, or certain animation cartoon, okay, that they turn those animation characters to make them look more realer when it comes to AI. Okay, and so that one aspect. Okay, and they can also use it, okay, to make when it comes to the media, the news, okay, they have false imageries of people to make it seem real, okay. And they're saying how, yeah, Elder Apostle Gabar went into last week, okay, how, AI is more advanced to take over Hollywood, okay, take over these movie roles for these actors, okay. And so we coming in times, man, or we in them. Let me see. Let me get this and I'll get ready to close. Lamentation chapter 4, verse 17. For as for us, our eyes are yet fair for our vain help, and our watching we have watched for a nation that could not save us. That's going to you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, okay? They're trusting in this place, America, trusting the Esau Edom system, okay? Especially when they roll out more of this advanced AI leading to that MOTB, okay? When it comes to certain situations, man, okay? And those of our people that take that RFID micro, according to Revelation chapter 14, verse 9, they're going to be destroyed by the way of those thermonuclear missiles, okay? When it comes to the 2/3, man, okay? And it said, our eyes have yet failed for our vain help, okay? The eyes representing prosperity or vision, prosperity, okay? So they thinking they're going to prosper by believing in Esau Edom system, okay? When it comes to the 2/3 of our people, man, okay? But they're going to be destroyed right along with Esau Edom and these heathens over here in America, man, okay? When it comes to the downfall of this place, America, and this system. And it says, in our watching, we have watched for a nation that cannot save us, okay? Because the only one that can save us is Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, okay? And that's starting with the elect, okay? Verse 18. They hunt our steps that we cannot go in our streets. What that sound like, okay? Palantir, okay? More surveillance technology, okay? Hunting the steps, okay? The MOTB, more advanced AI technology, okay? Surveillance, biometric, okay? Transhumanism, okay? That we cannot go in our street and during the time of martial law, checkpoints, barricades, okay? If you want to be able to move around or be part of these smart cities, you got to take this MOTB to be surveillance, okay? And look at the state of China, okay? Or the country China. And it says, our end is near, our days are fulfilled. And it says, our end is come. Okay? And for us are the hopeful elect, the end of our captivity. Okay? But also the end of this place, America, man. And the Lord bringing judgment upon 2/3 of our people, man. Right along with Esau, Edom, and his heathens. And it says, our prosecutors are swifter than the eagles of the heaven. They pursued us upon the mountains. They laid wait for us in the wilderness. And that's what these devils are doing now. With their, their agenda. Okay, to keep us down as a nation. Okay, because their main focus really to come against us. Okay, the Israelites, man. Okay, and they feel like if they can somehow capitalize by gaining success of CHIPPED, all Israel. Okay, or when I say the Negro, Latino, Native Americans, okay, they feel like they're gonna accomplish the NWO, man. Okay, and for majority of our people, they want to take out. Okay, but they really want to come with supreme, trying to be supreme, the conquerors as the nation of Israel, man. Okay, that's why they prosecute us the most. But they're gonna fail because Yahweh Shema Shah is with the nation of Israel, man. Okay, the true biblical Hebrew Israelites, man. Okay, but I'm gonna go ahead and end the lesson here, and I pray that the lesson will edify to the next time, Lord willing. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom.